After launching its flagship the Mi Mix 2 and the Android One powered Mi A1, Xiaomi has now launched its youth-focused Redmi Y series. The first model, the Xiaomi Redmi Y1, seems to have good specifications, but should it be your first choice? We find out. One look at the Redmi Y1 and it is safe to say that it carries the family look. It is fairly light at 153 grams as Xiaomi has used plastic to keep the weight down. While the chrome highlights give the impression of a metal backplate, the rear and sides are made of plastic. Xiaomi's motto while making the Redmi Y1 seems to have been, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. To power the device, Xiaomi has chosen the same Snapdragon 435 SoC and core specifications as the popular Redmi 4. The Redmi Y1 gets two variants, one with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage and the other with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. Pick either and you still get the option to expand storage by up to 128GB using the dedicated microSD card slot. The 5.5-inch screen has an HD resolution and 2.5D curved Corning Gorilla Glass for protection. The highlight of the Redmi Y1 is the 16-megapixel front-facing camera with its diffuse selfie flash. The rear camera is a 13-megapixel sensor with face detection autofocus and an f2.2 aperture. To power the Redmi Y1, Xiaomi has used a 3080 mAh non-removable battery, which is lower in capacity when compared to the 4100 mAh unit in the Redmi 4. There is support for 4G and VoLTE on both SIMs, but only one can access the 4G network at a time. We had the 3GB 32GB variant of the Redmi Y1 for review and it was running MIUI 9 beta on top of Android Nougat. The first Redmi Y1 buyers will get their devices with MIUI 8 and an update to the final MIUI 9 will be available in the coming weeks. While the UI will be updated, it is unknown whether Xiaomi plans to upgrade the underlying version of Android. Some of the added features include dual apps. Xiaomi has quite a few of its own apps pre-installed as well as its own store with curated apps. There is theme support which lets you change the look of the phone in a couple of seconds. Since we were on MIUI 9 beta, things might change slightly before the final release. With proven internals, it isn't surprising that the Redmi Y1 provides a decent lag-free experience. The phone unlocks quickly after scanning your fingerprint and apps launch quickly as well. We like the accurate color reproduction and viewing angles of the Redmi Y1 screen. The phone could multitask with quite a few apps without killing background processes. Overall, we were happy with the software and hardware combination that Xiaomi has on offer. We played Clash Royale, Asphalt 8 and Prime Peaks while testing. The phone has no issues running these games. There were no heating issues while playing either. However, we did notice that gaming affected the battery life adversely. The camera app on the Y1 is similar to that of other Xiaomi phones. We get quite a lot of modes to choose from, including Panorama, Beautify and Manual. The app has quick toggles for HDR and the flash, which are quite handy. The selfie camera has a quick toggle for Beautify mode, which can be set to different levels or auto. Photos taken in daylight have good amounts of detail and the colors are quite accurate. Low light is where the camera performance isn't great. The phone manages to keep the noise levels down, but there is a lot of artifacting and you will need a steady hand to take a usable shot. Selfies are the highlight of the new series and we tested the front camera in various lighting conditions. In daylight, images are sharp but you have a lot of grain which is visible on zooming in. In low light, the selfie flash is quite handy and portraits turn out well but the grain is still visible in the background. Beautify modes does smoothen the output resulting in a better image, but overall, the front camera isn't quite there yet. The Redmi Y1 is Xiaomi's first attempt at making a selfie-focused phone. The hardware is proven and good enough to run most things you throw at it. MIUI 9 is smooth and people should find it easy to adapt to. Camera performance is good in daylight but is average in low light. As for selfies, the flash is helpful and the Beautify mode does work a bit, but the output is not always good. The Redmi Y1 and the Redmi 4 are priced similarly and have similar core hardware. The Redmi 4 gets a much bigger battery in a more compact metal body, but the Redmi Y1 has a bigger screen and front flash. If you are selfie obsessed, the Redmi Y1 could make sense. For most others though, the Redmi 4 is still the phone to beat at this price. If you like this video, do give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Gadgets360.